Ladies and gentlemen, it feels like the DeFi season is back, with coins like Uniswap, DYDX, PancakeSwap, Synthetics, AVA, all going absolutely crazy right now, and even on the second page. And ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I've been warning you guys about for so long. This is where the cycle switches up. And we partially talked about it last night, where I discussed that Uniswap, a top 20 coin, going up 75 or so percent in a day, but roughly 64% in 1 hour, showcases that the faith in crypto, the belief in a bull market, is at one of the highest points in years. But I will say that even though right now it's mostly DeFi coins that are popping off, you guys gotta understand as well that soon enough it's not gonna be the case, right? Something every time sparks the bull season. And like I've said before, the best thing to do is go for Bitcoin when the market's not in a really hot spot. Or you go for your fiat, it also basically works. But then you basically switch over to the biggest of altcoins, which again, for right now is DeFi coins, which are in the top of the top. But I'm saying just all the top coins in the list. And then as the market progresses further and more people are certain that it's an altcoin season, you go lower and lower down the rankings, because that's just how to make more profit. But obviously, if the market is not that hot, very often you will be losing. But in hot bull market times, you can't lose. Okay, you can, but it's hard, all right? I'm telling you guys right now, if you're not able to turn a massive profit in a bull market, you don't deserve anything in terms of gains, because it's hard to lose. It's really hard to not double your money over the next 12 months or so. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏, I think my 𝗕𝗘𝗪, for example, quadrupled or so in like a couple of weeks. My SOLANA, as you guys know, did a 460x in 4 months. And we can kind of go on that list for a little while, which is why I keep on saying, don't just buy one coin, buy a basket of them, because some of them will just do a 20x over the next few months, while some others might only go up 30%. Anyway, things are looking green, but not that crazy just quite yet. But guys, this is the start, like I've been saying. And I will warn you guys of one very important thing. And by the way, make sure you press that like button, all right, if you've not done it yet. But one very important thing for everybody to understand is this right here. A minus 40% altcoin destruction, even on Bitcoin in lighter manners, could happen at any day. It'll pump massively afterwards if it's within the bull market realm, but it will shock many newbies. One thing I'll tell you right now is, if we look at Bitcoin, let me just grab one chart for you so you guys can understand a little bit more as to what I'm talking about. If we take a look at this chart for Bitcoin right here, just notice in the past how quickly it shot up towards 60,000 after hitting 45. You can see it took about 2 weeks, this first time right there, and this second time right there, 2 to 3 weeks. However, what you can also see is the move slightly before it. So this move right here, for example, as you can see that, it shows how quickly the price can move up from 45,000 to roughly 57, all the way back down to, what is this, 42, before moving back up to like 65. But this is a very big hit, and it hurts a lot of people mentally. Here, we've not seen it go crazy in terms of downside too much. But if we were to crash down, for example, to 43, to then move back up to like 70 or whatever the frick, it's not crazy. It's not a crazy move. It would not surprise me at all. But many people, the moment it falls below this threshold, would go panic mode, complete panic mode. But I'm telling you right now that if you want to make crazy amounts of money with altcoins, you're buying ones that will go up and down a lot every single day. Coins like Render that are in the top of the top, they usually move less. But if you're buying AI coins like I'm doing, for example, if you go way down lower, many of them will go down 70% someday. You're just gonna wake up and 70% is gone. Or let's say it over the next few days, 70% is gone. Mostly, I don't think you'll see losses more than 43 or 45% in a day, which is still significant, which is why you split things up, and why the beautiful sides of just gains are beautiful, but the bad sides are also pretty harsh. Anyway, to continue on with my story of earlier though, right now it seems to be DeFi season with a lot of these coins doing well. What's happening to Uniswap is people are being rewarded for staking from the Uniswap protocol fees. The thing is, this could kind of reflect over, Uniswap being the start, reflected onto a lot of protocols. It might have to become the standard, and that could mean a lot more interest for DeFi as a concept. But also, and this is what a lot of you guys have to understand, just some bullish narrative in the DeFi space popping up means more opportunities for airdrops right now. You know, more yields across the board, most likely, because they're going to be going a little bit crazier with their marketing, and it's hotter. And theoretically speaking, it being hotter means less yields because more people competing. But on the opposite side, I think to incentivize, many new incentives that are juicy are going to be popping up. So don't sleep on the DeFi sector. The only thing is, Ethereum DeFi is very freaking garbage. Maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, I was doing a little bit of my DeFi stuff, and I noticed every single time I want to press click to deposit some funds into pools, I had to pay $90 every single time. And so just yesterday, I spent over $1,000 in Ethereum gas fees, and it made me realize that's freaking stupid. Let's keep it a little bit clean. Anyway, I'll be trying to post even more airdrop tutorials, and a lot of you guys have been talking to me about posting some more of these free test nets that you guys can try out and work with to gain yourself free airdrops. The thing is, I think many people underestimate how long it takes to make an airdrop video, and a lot of people don't understand that there's nothing I gain back. And I notice airdrop videos perform the worst on my channel, but they cost me 10 times more effort than making a normal video. So there's no real need for me to make them from my perspective. It makes no sense. I got some criticism of people saying, Dusty, you say you only make them for the viewers, but that's BS. I'm telling you right now, the reason I've not made one in a while is because it's a lot of effort, no benefit. But if you guys want more opportunities for completely free, because it's testnet stuff, testnet meaning you're not doing it with actual money, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you let me know down below. And if the support is overwhelming, I'll spend my my hours making another tutorial. Because there are many opportunities out there. You just have to know where to find them. So what's the game plan, right? I'm not even thinking about selling coins right now. I want you guys to also understand my thinking process more. The bull run, I think, right, is now really starting to pick up steam with a lot of coins now in the upper, let's say 100. Going up by margins that I always indicate is bull market times, where a lot of the coins across the board are up 40% or so is what I always signify to you guys. That's what I always said. If you see coins across the board up 30-40% in a day, which it's not fully there yet, but we're getting close, that's when altcoin season starts to pop off. When, and I'll show you guys again, if I can click, when you see that altcoins across the board, again, today's not a perfect day, but you're kind of seeing it, start to perform way better than Bitcoin, and they can go really, really green without Bitcoin being green. That's another indication. You can add this all up, and what it basically means is we're going hard, we're going so hard, not thinking about selling for fiat. What I am thinking of, though, sometimes I buy these coins, like a coin further down the rankings, and I sell it to buy another altcoin. I'm not really into taking profits over the next, I'd say, at least 10 months. Perhaps from January 1st or whatever, 2025, I might start actually cashing out. And I will say, if you're making income from all this crypto stuff and you've not got enough investments to place, taking profits is never a bad idea. But for me, I've got too many different opportunities that I don't want to slide or let slide. And I just need to use all the profits that I can. Literally, the majority of my net worth is in what I preach here every single day. And so there's no reason for me to back down. Either we go to multiple billions or we go broke. No, but seriously, on a really, really serious note, I have this conversation more often. Can you understand that some people go to work every single day? Every single day. And then there's another guy who just thought, hey, you know what? It's DeFi season. Let me dive into it. And he just doubles his money in a few days. And that guy made your entire salary in a day because he decided to put some money into coins. That thought kept me awake so long that I was like, no, this ain't it. You have to just, in my opinion, go all in on the investing route. If it goes bad, I gotta keep working for a bit. But if it goes well, I can finally quit whatever the frick you were doing before. That's always my thinking process to people as well. It's just so worth it to look into this investment stuff because it's hard to lose. I'm not your financial advisor. I will not say that it's impossible to lose because some people, through miraculous ways, find a way to mess up. It's sometimes, when I look in the comments, really surprising to me how you can lose when everything is up, but some people are able to do it. Should you buy DeFi coins? No, I'm personally not buying them. Previous time, yes, when the DeFi season started, the DeFi coins, all of them, which are doing amazing right now, kept actually pumping a lot. But I'm still mostly in the DeFi sector just looking for the airdrops. 𝗲𝗏, which is basically a bridge protocol. It's also airdrop coming up, which is, I guess, you can consider DeFi because it's to bridge money around different chains. RUNE also did say the market hasn't yet digested how big the Uniswap news is. A US-based protocol has turned a governance token into a revenue dividend token. Investors have always been skeptical of governance tokens. They always hoped that one day they would accrue value, but were always skeptical. Now you have a massive player, the biggest in the game, Uniswap, that has set precedent. This should boost all governance tokens, not only DeFi. It's probably the biggest news since the ETF. Soon the market will realize. And indeed, the scary part about it, in my opinion, is everything to do with it being a security if they're paying dividends, right? Because now, theoretically speaking, if you have governance and dividends, it kind of becomes scary because you have like sort of partial ownership, it kind of feels like. So I don't know how to take that one just quite yet. But what RUNE said is quite true. All coins that right now only have governance, which means that you having, for example, a coin, it basically gives you voting rights if you stake it, right? That's for a lot of coins right now. Some of them give a certain APY, some of them give a low APY, some give a high APY, it can be everything. But right now, it's just an APY from the pool of tokens that they had set up beforehand that were going to be distributed to people for governance purposes, basically. That could eventually actually change up to all those also just given more of these protocol rewards if they are profitable in some way, shape, or form. And just the idea that this is changing for governance coins, that governance coins are probably going to get more potential in this nature, could be very, very bullish for all coins in a similar field. Now, if you're asking me which coins are governance coins, nearly every single one of them. It's just a matter of if you can use your tokens to vote in something, which almost every protocol has. Theoretically speaking, he finds this bullish. On the opposite side, I'll say, if they're not a revenue generating project, I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case. Perhaps they'll be more incentivized now that they give additional rewards to match Uniswap. Don't think so, but it's possible. And anyway, all I just wanted to quickly say is that DeFi summer feels like it's here again, like back in 2021. A lot of those coins, guys, went from, let's say, $1 to $70 over the next few weeks. Things like PancakeSwap went like from $1 to $40, I think, in a few weeks before. Right now, I just bought some PancakeSwap not too long ago. Just because it did a crazy run previous time. And this is where people like Andrew Tate, if you know him as well, make crazy videos about it because they turned, for example, $40,000 into millions. And when I went to Dubai 3.5 years ago, I think, 3 years ago, because I think it was, let's say, middle of 2021. So it's about 2.5 to 3 years ago. There was also, this was the coin, Cake, for example, that made one of the guys there just the majority of his money. Point being here, even just in the DeFi realm, which a lot of you guys are not interested in, you can make tons of money and you can actually turn $1,000 into 40,000, for example, all those crazy numbers. So don't sleep on tiny investments either. Some people say, Dusty, but $10 in a crypto won't do the difference. And I always revert back to my Nosana, which went from, let's just hypothetically speak and say $1,000 is now $450,000 in the span of 4 months. So if we take it a couple etches lower, $100 would have been $45,000, $10 would have still been $4,500, which right now would be definitely a considerable amount. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my insights right now. Make sure you press that like button for more airdrop tutorials or more top coin lists, and I'll get to it.